welcome. Not that there's any anxious moments that go into a signing day. Woke up this morning, 5 o'clock, got the dog out, coffee made, shower, got my way to the office, sat down, fax machine's on, papers loaded, went to take the first phone call. Phone was at home on the bathroom counter. Not the way that I wanted to start the day out, so I was able to run home and get it, and things flowed smoothly from there. Welcome, as Tom said, to the 2013 National Letter of Intent Signing Day press conference in the brand new and beautiful Bergstrom Football Complex. For some of you, it's your first peek of this beautiful complex, and you can see one of the reasons why this 2013 class decided to be Iowa State Cyclones. We're pleased to announce our 2013 class that consists of 25 players all told. 4 of those players, 2 junior college players and 2 high school players, signed with us in December, currently are enrolled and here in attendance today. I'd like to introduce them now, and then when the press conference is done, they will be available to you for questions. Starting with the junior college players, working from top to bottom of the room, Aaron Wimberly, running back, second team All-American player from Iowa Western Community College. E.J. Bibbs, tight end from Arizona Western Community College, also a second team All-American. High school players, Alton Meeks from Dr. Phillips High School in Orlando, Florida. Alton was a high school quarterback in a team that was ranked in the USA Today top 25 into the top 15 for most of the year. Going to play linebacker for us here at Iowa State. An offensive tackle, Sean Curtis from Olympia High School in Orlando, Florida. So we're thrilled to have the 4 of these guys here in their 4th week of classes and their 4th week of working out, and they will be available to you when the press conference gets done. Thank you, guys. These 4 joined 21 more that signed national letters of intent with us today, beginning at 6 a.m. this morning. We take great pride in the diversity in this class. 8 states are represented in this class, with a high of 9 coming from the state of Florida. That's the most that we've ever signed out of the state of Florida. We had a great late push, probably the strongest push in the last week and a half or so of recruiting that we've had, and the most kids that we've had left out there. Great addition of Troy Douglas to our staff allowed us to get up into northern Florida. Troy's a native of Jacksonville, Florida, and we signed 3 kids out of that part of the state. 5 players from the state of Iowa in this class, including Aaron Wimberly and his teammate Rodney Coe, defensive lineman from Iowa Western Community College. Rodney is a former high school tailback and also a junior college tailback before he's made the move to defensive line, where he currently weighs in, what do you think, Aaron, 293, 290, probably somewhere in that range, right? They join 3 elite all-state players from Central Iowa, state champion quarterback Joel Lanning from Ankeny High School, former state champion offensive tackle and U.S. Army All-American Jake Campos from West Des Moines Valley, and elite all-state player from Waukee, offensive lineman Ryan Glenn. 5 kids in this class were either national or state champions. We also have champions in the sports of wrestling and baseball in this class. We have a 1,000-point score in basketball. We've got All-Americans, we've got All-Staters, and we have a class president, a 4.0 student, and a student of the year in this class. 13 members on the offensive side of the ball, 12 members on the defensive side of the ball, every position group represented. It's this balance that continues to add to the continuity and growth of this program. I'd like to follow up with a couple staff and personnel issues. Chris Klanakis, who is not here today, will assume offensive line responsibilities with our football team beginning immediately. Assistant head coach Bill Blyle will take over the tight ends. Quentin Pompey and Jaquarius Daniels are no longer members of our football program. And last, I'd like to give a big congratulations to Kelechi Osemele and Reggie Stevens, members of the Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens. Thank you. think it starts with the three junior college players. Certainly Aaron and EJ that are here now, and we've recruited them as such. We expect them to contribute in 2013. Then I throw Rodney in there as a junior college player that we also expect to compete for playing time, if not a starting position. And I think these two, Sean and Alton, have a leg up. Harder for Sean. I think it's harder the closer you are to the line of scrimmage, and our depth is such that we don't need him to play in 2013. But Alton's a physical, mature kid, and our depth is not great at the linebacker position, and with a good spring and good development, he might have an opportunity. Jake, like Sean, even though he's not here, Jake needs a lot of growth to take place yet. He's only about 260 right now, and we'd like to take the course with him. When I hire the original staff, when I hire anybody moving on, three criteria, and one of those criteria is great recruiters in specific areas. Troy's been recruiting the state of Florida for a long time. He's a native of Jacksonville, and it was a natural fit. It's a state that we've done well, and Iowa State's done well in the past. And with the late push, we ended up with 9, but we didn't sit down around a staff table at any point and say we need more Florida players in this class. You know, I don't know if I've really been pleased with every class we've signed, and I don't think you sit there and say, okay, it's getting like this, because we think we've done a good job. We've identified, we've evaluated, and I feel just as pleased with this group. I think there's some more high-profile athletes that are part of this group. Guys that have been assigned more golden apples than other players in the past, but doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. I say it every year. I've got a lot of faith and trust in our staff and the players that we go after, the guys that we identify as proper fits for Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa, guys that we've evaluated that can help us win a Big 12 championship. That's how we've gone about our business, and we think we've signed 25 of them that can lead us towards that goal. Well, these two young men start with a high school as far as enrolling early. Junior college players, based on when they're finishing up. The high school guys, it's more of a choice. And I want them to be very sure of that choice. Jevin Miller did it in the past. Jevin Miller was able to play the spring game and go escort his date to prom. These two guys aren't going to get to do that, depending on when that date might fall. So I want them sure of leaving home and leaving mom and dad and leaving the state if they're going to do that. If they're fully committed to that, we welcome having them on campus. Certainly they gain an advantage, and if they redshirt come fall, that they gain a semester as far as development and growth goes, and I think that's potentially there, as I talked before. Gaining the junior college player as a December signee and January enrollee is very valuable. Number one, you're signing them to play, and the fact that you have them for 15 practices and a complete off season to gain that mental toughness to understand the culture, it's just invaluable. Nigel Tribune was a young man that we were very committed to, and he was committed to us and had been that way for a long time. Sometime in that process, as time goes by, there's not that passion maybe that pours into the recruiting, and a young man can start to feel slighted a little bit in the process. It's also an opportunity for learning from our fan base, and as we go about it, I ask for trust every day from our kids, and I ask for trust from our fan base in the evaluations that we lead and the identification process of our recruits. Sometimes some film gets out there, and the public, the fans want to publicize their opinion, and it hurts the recruiting process. That was a part of the process with Nigel Tribune. He was damaged by some words were said about some old film that was available, and we had to bring that back around. In the end, we had a very successful last 2 weeks of recruiting the young man. He realized the decision was right all along, and He let us know last Thursday, actually, that he was back as an Iowa State site.
To compete, I know they're gonna put the best guy on the field, and that's what
You see yourself playing some other roles, being a special teams guy, things like that?
Yeah, I played special team, kick return, and running back, and a little bit of that slot. I came from like an empty set, like shotgun type offense. My vision, speed, and quickness.
What is it about vision? How do you, is that something you develop, or you think it's just kind of a gift?
It's like a gift. I wouldn't say many have it, but I feel that I have it.
Is it a good thing, What do you think of Coach Rhoads? I mean, he's...
Oh, man, I love Coach Rhoads. I love Coach Rhoads, man. I feel like he's an extra father for me, but I love Coach Rhoads. I think it's going to be a good combination. Making plays, got to get him on me, get me open. I think it's going to be a good combination.
I mean, it's always good to see people have success in the program that you're going to go to and everything. And I know there have been a lot of linebackers coming out of Iowa State with a lot of success. And I mean, it's going to happen, when you have coaches like you have here. I really like the coaches that they have. And Coach Barlow, all those guys, they're top notch, and you're not going to find anything else better than that. So if you just work with the strength coaches and with the defensive coaches here, you should be able to become something pretty good. I always thought I worked pretty hard and everything, but they're working pretty hard here. It's tough, but it's also fun at the same time. I really enjoy it. And the coaches, strength coaches, they make it enjoyable for you. They push you, but at the same time, you're getting excited about working out and working hard, and you're in there with guys that are doing the same thing, and you're excited because those are good guys and everything. So.
I think my strength needs to get up so I can compete with the other D linemen who are much better strength. Everything, the weight room, the indoor field, I love every part of it.